Hey all, it's Tom. Remember that? Well, I know you probably won't remember. I've got a guy on eBay. I started buying knives off him about 3 years ago. When he gets knives he can't sell, or sometimes he'll order it gross and there's a few extra that aren't going, he sends them out to people. I happen to be one of them people. So he said to me, I'm sending you a knife. I said, oh, no, I've got enough, really. Oh, okay. So out comes the knife. This is another vintage Colonial, which will go in the WOODLORE collection when I do my review. I hope it's going to focus. But it's a vintage Colonial. Now the odd part is this knife weighs in something. It's a heavy knife. Usually these knives are little thin, like paper thin, no weight to them. You know, dollar knives kids used to buy in the store like a souvenir shop. This one is over an 1/8 inch thick. These bolsters are pinned. The pommel bolster's pinned. These handles, which are usually plastic, are bone. So this is a really viable hunting knife, and I absolutely love it. So he sent it along, and I'm going to make a neck sheath for it, and that's where it's going to go on my neck. So I got this one, and I'll do a review on this one. And then he, without warning, sends along this. No, it's not an Applegate. It's a WALTHER p99 knife. I think I had one of these years ago, but I'm not sure. But it's got a nice knurled craton handle on it. Craton. Really heavy, you know, what is this? Stainless guard. 440C HC. Blade. It's a little bit over, it's around 3/16. I don't know what these are for, but they're not sharp enough to be strap cutter, so I guess there's some kind of wire saw, or some kind of saw, I mean. Got a really nice swedge, as you can see up here, and this is sharp, just as sharp as the main blade. 6-inch blade, nice knife, nice contour. It looks like one of the Applegate Fairbairn copies, or a Gerber Command one. Really nice knife. So I'll be doing a review on this one too. Obviously, it's not going to be in a WOODLORE collection. But, yeah, spear point. Some call it dagger point, some call it bayonet point. It's a spear point. So, last week, I think it was, I got that deal on them 5 knives. And now this guy sends me 2. Excuse me. Now, I collect knives and I love knives. And Donovan, too, if you haven't checked out Donovan's channel, get over there and check him out. Now, I've gotten into this knife community, and a lot of you, other of you have too, like, you know, Ron Sawyer, Redneck Renegade, them guys, they all know Scab and Captain Electro and Donovan. And there's another facet of the community, are a bunch of great people. Really are. Donovan's sending me a knife. I had that one here, Frost, that I got in that deal. It was a Squirrel Brady. That's what it says on the blade. Donovan said to me, I have a match for that. It's a stag handle Skinner. It's like, really? I'll send it to you. So I've been looking them up, and there's like 4 different knives in the Squirrel Brady trilogy, or whatever you want to call it. Trilogy is 3. But anyway, there's like 4 different knives. There's that Skinner, there's this one, there's more like a clip point hunter, and then there's a Bowie knife. So maybe it's something to shoot for in the future, I don't know. So that much on this update, I guess you call it. Now, here we go again. Another procedure coming up on the 10th. So I've got this procedure coming up, and what they're going to do is they're going to put an epidural in there. It's much like if any of you had big kids and your wife had an epidural for the pain. Same shot. So I figured if it'll stop birthing pain, it'll stop this. So let's hope for the best. Because without the pain, I'm mobile. I can move around and go. It's just that when the pain hits, I'm done. You can't do any more. So, let's hope for the best. That's on the 10th. I should know by the 11th. Excuse me. If it actually worked or not, and, you know, what's going on from there. So, coming up, we have a review on that Colonial Hunter. That's a really nice knife. I couldn't believe when I pulled it out of the box. And bone scales, nevertheless. Usually they're cheap plastic. I didn't even know they made this model. This is a surprise for me. Got a review on that. Got a review on this Walther. I got a review on that knife Donovan 2 was sending me. Coming up. And then we have that series on the kits also. That's going to be like a 5, 6, 7 part series. You know, we'll cover my camping kit, blowout kit, car kit, what I carry normally, you know, just when I'm out walking around or tramping through the woods, not being serious or anything. So we'll go through all of them, and it'll be interesting. And maybe give you some ideas what you can throw with your own, because I have semi-kits on my knife. Excuse me, on a knife, I should say, not my standard knife, but on my regular survival knife. And I think I had a video on that kit that's on the knife, but we'll look at that one too, because without much added weight, you can carry a kit on your knife that'll assure you get fire. And the rest of it you can make. You can make a shelter. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but you can find a place to shelter. Fire is going to be the biggest thing, I think, anyway. Always has been for me as far as getting going and stuff. So if it's wet or whatever, you can find something to get under, but getting a fire going in wet weather, why every time I'm doing a video? Getting a fire going in wet weather, that's another thing. So, you know, in the fire kit, I'm guaranteed, I think I have 2 wet fire gels in there and stuff, so we'll look at that too. So, hey, this is Tom. Oh, we got some fishing videos coming up too. So this is Tom. Thank you for your time and your patience. Don't forget to share my videos out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.